You're gonna nominate me and think I'm not gonna try to learn you some shit first? Oh, you got that one wrong. You know who this is? This is Hippocrates. Hippocrates was a Greek philosopher and physician, known as the father of medicine or father of Western medicine. And today, physicians take the Hippocratic Oath, which is a moral compass for their work as physicians. And the Hippocratic Oath is derived from something known as the Hippocratic Corpus, which is a collection of medicinal works attributed to Hippocrates. And even though if you look up the Hippocratic Corpus on Google, it lists Hippocrates as the author, there's no evidence to suggest that Hippocrates wrote anything that's in the Hippocratic Corpus. But Hippocrates was one of the first to diagnose mental illness. And so, in the art of mental health awareness, it's important to recognize the work done by Hippocrates. And so, we now know that our mental health is on a spectrum. It's not binary where you have conditions or you don't have conditions. You can have fluctuations in your mental health because we now know that mental health is controlled by largely the neurotransmitters that are inside of your brain. You do something good, you release good neurotransmitters and that makes you feel good. You do something bad or something bad happens, you release bad neurotransmitters and it makes you feel bad. But what happens when you have an imbalance of those neurotransmitters? What if you can't produce enough of the good ones? What if you produce too many bad ones? What if the receptors aren't working? What if you have a genetic condition that makes the receptor malform so that the neurotransmitter doesn't bind to the receptor as well? All of these things can lead to differences in mental health stability. And throughout one's lifetime, throughout a day, the neurotransmitters released by your brain are fluctuating. And so you can have days where you just aren't releasing good neurotransmitters. And you can have days where you release a lot of bad neurotransmitters. And when you release a lot of bad neurotransmitters, sometimes it can't be overridden by some of the good neurotransmitters. So you can end up with very wacky days or very bad days. And you can enter days where you feel depressed, days where you feel happy. And so everybody is struggling a little bit on their own. And I am not apart from everybody. I struggle with mental health on certain days, and I've struggled with it in my past. So follow along, and I'll tell you some stories about my mental health issues. Later.